Hi guys, I have another story time. I'm sorry, but I love watching story times on YouTube, and I thought if I love them, a lot of other people might love them, and I have quite a few interesting stories that I can tell, so I'm gonna fucking tell you them. So this story didn't really happen that recently. This happened actually quite a while ago. And it must have been when I was in like my first year of high school. Actually, it was my first year of high school because like after my first year of high school I stopped going. Don't do that. I really regret that. One day I was in class, right? And I was a really fucking troublemaking little fucker when I was in school. And I don't mean just like the normal like I'm gonna act like an idiot and talk back to the teacher. I mean like I would hit, like literally hit my teachers and like get in like fights with them. So like I mean I used to get suspended like every like 2 days. It was bad. Like, don't act like that. I feel like such an idiot for acting like that now, because like why would you want to like, how do you have the audacity to like speak to a teacher like that? I don't know, but I used to do that all the time. So yes, one day I was sitting in my class and I can't remember what I'd done. I must have said something to a teacher or did something, and I had a favourite teacher and he had left, so I was like a fucking troublemaker before, but I wasn't as bad as I was now because I was so angry that he left and I wanted him like back. I don't know. I wanted him to come back, and obviously that wasn't going to happen. He left to go to another school. He was my favourite teacher. Of course I was a bit bummed, you know. But I thought, you know what, they're gonna, because in my little fucking twisted mind, like I was like mentally not okay this time. In my little twisted mind I thought, if they're gonna take my favourite teacher away from me, as if it like wasn't his decision, like then I'm gonna be a little fucker to them. So I got up out of class and I walked out, and I used to do this all the time to the point where the teachers were just like used to it. Like I don't know, they were used to me just getting up and walking out. So I walked out and I just started walking around the school, and no one could find me because I kept hiding in like little places. Oh my god, I sound insane. I promise I'm not. Like I used to hide in little, like hide under the stairs. I remember I used to go and sit there all the time. I don't know what the hell was wrong with me, but something was mentally imbalanced. So I was hiding in my little place, and I didn't know that all of the teachers were like looking for me. I thought like, oh, I'm just gonna hide here in case one of them sees me and like get the fuck back to class. I mean, I wouldn't have went. I would have been like, fuck off, but like I still didn't really want to get caught. I mean, no one does. If you're doing something wrong or bad, you don't really want to get caught. I was hiding under these stairs, and one of the head teachers, the principal, like in Glasgow you kind of, I don't know if this is the same in America and all these different places, but we get like different principals for different years, if that makes sense. You get the principal of the school, the head teacher of the school, and then you get different head teachers or principals for different years. It was one of the principals. And he came up to me and he was like, what are you doing? Why are you under there, you fucking psycho child? I mean, he didn't say that, but like in his mind he was probably thinking that. He was like, why are you under there? And I just like shouted at him. I was like, fucking get away from me. Like, but he was already looking for me, and so were a lot of the other teachers. I'll explain who was looking for me in a second. This story gets really bad and awful. Just if you just stick into this story, you'll realise how bad it is and how much of a fucked up child I was. Oh man. So he went and he told like all the other teachers where I was, and they had all came and went to the place where I was hiding, and I had gone by that point. I ran away because obviously I knew he was going to go get someone to come and get me. And at this point I remember there was an assembly on, and all of the 6th-year students or whatever, fucking I don't know who the fuck they were. I didn't really pay attention to other people. I wanted all the attention on me, and I was only focused on myself back then. But yeah, there was a lot of class or whatever sitting fucking at assembly, and I didn't realise the door to the toilets were locked, and I tried to get in, and the toilets are like right beside where the assembly would be, and I tried to open it and I got so embarrassed because it was locked, and I think they saw I was running for some reason, because like obviously I was running away from teachers and stuff. Well, I still didn't know they were looking for me at this point, but I knew they were going to start looking for me, so I was running. and the toilets were locked. Sorry if I sound like nasally, like I have a really bad cold. The toilets were locked, so I couldn't get in there. And I walked up the stairs and I saw the principal of the school, another 2 head teachers, my mum, and I saw my pastoral care teacher. That's just like the teacher who kind of takes care of the kids, like, I don't know. She's a pastoral care teacher. If you know what that means, you know what that means. If you don't, if you don't. But there's a door here, right? And you kind of have to walk a bit and go out, and there's another 2 sets of doors there. And there was 2 head teachers there, my mum, my pastoral care teacher, and another head teacher there. So I was like, I'm gonna have to hit one of them to like get out the way. And I said, if I go towards the head teacher that was like standing at this door and the other head teacher, they're 2 guys, you know, they're probably going to grab me and I'm probably going to fucking fight with them. But if I go that way, my mum's there, there's another woman there. There's only 1 guy, so I could probably run past them. So I thought my best option was to go this way, towards my mother and another woman, the pastoral care teacher, and all that shit. So yeah, I started running towards them and I got the door open and I ran away from them. Like, I ran down to the office bit and I was standing there and I was freaking out. I was like, oh my god, oh my god. I can't really remember what was going through my brain, but something was going through it. And I was just standing there and they all kind of like chased me. And again, my mum, at this point, I was standing at the office and I was kind of trapped because again, my head teacher was standing at another door here. And it was only him. But behind me, my mum, the pastoral care teacher, other head teacher was standing behind me. So I thought, I'm going towards him. And I tried to push the door that the head teacher was standing behind, sorry. And he kind of put his foot there and I said to him, I was like, if you don't move your fucking foot from this door, sir, I'm going to take this door over your foot. And he obviously thought, I'm not gonna do anything. He's a head teacher, you know, I'm not gonna touch him. But I gave him a warning, you know, and he didn't move his foot. So I said, well, it happens, it's your fault. I told you I'm gonna push this door. If you're gonna put your foot there, that's completely your decision, you know. So I pushed the door and this door went right over his foot. I'm not even joking you. I pushed it so hard that this grown man's just wait and see. I didn't really heed anything. They stopped chasing me, and you'll see why they stopped chasing me in a couple of seconds. One of the head teachers got me and they just said, you know what, you're suspended, don't come back for another 2 days. I was like, okay, yeah, I just get to sit home and do whatever I want. Okay, you know, fucking, I was so like immature and stupid. You know, it's quite sad to think about stuff like this because I really wish, you know, I could go back to school, but I can't because I have really bad anxiety, and you know, I've tried to explain it to a lot of people and I don't think they understand like how bad it actually is. I had a panic attack last night and my boyfriend was there and it was really bad and I was on a bus. I think I'll make like a whole video about all the panic attacks I've had and you'll be shocked. Sometimes they're just for like stupid reasons, but they do happen and it sucks, you know. So, and I wish I had just like appreciated being at school more than I did, but obviously I didn't. And you know, don't focus on the past, like fuck the past, that's whatever, like focus on the present and the future, that's all that matters. I went in 2 days later to go back to school and I had to sit down with another head teacher. This bit is where I was mortified and I had to apologise a lot for what I had done. I don't think a lot of people in my school know about this, so if they do watch this, you know, they're probably gonna be like, Emma's got a YouTube channel, you know, all that rubbish, but they might be shocked when they find this out. Remember I told you that I pushed the door? I found out that I took his toenail off. I ripped his toenail off, like, I don't even have any words to explain how bad I felt at that moment. I was like, are you kidding me? Even though I was an immature fucking little stupid fucking idiot, I still felt bad. I was like, did I really do that? Did I take a grown man's toenail off? But anyway. And there's another incident where I fucking punched him as well. So, I mean, if you want to hear about that. That poor man went through so much for me. I just want to say if he ever watches this, I probably won't. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry to anyone who had to witness that. I never ever intended to do anything like that. Don't cause harm to other people. I feel like such a hypocrite saying that, but just don't. There's no need to fight with people, in my opinion. I definitely wasn't intending to take his toenail off. I gave him a warning saying I was going to push the door, so if I get hurt it was his fault, but don't do that. Yeah, if you want to hear about this story where I fucking punched him in the face and locked myself in a closet and he had... It gets worse. I just have so many stories because my brain is just a little messed up. So that's why. I guess sometimes it's funny to look back on these, but like I said, in the moment and the effects that have been caused aren't funny. But if you look back, you're like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, why did you do that? That always goes to my brain. I think, why did I do that? I don't know. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you all in the next video. I'm sorry I make so many story times. I'm just like excited, so I just keep making story times. So like, I think my next video is going to be about the disappearance of Madeleine McCann. So if you want to see that, subscribe and bye. I just filmed this video and I realised how bad the flare of my glasses are. And I just want to quickly apologise, but I'm not going to change it because I'll have to think of everything again and I don't want to think of that. But I just wanted to throw this in there so you can see how sorry I am, and I love you. Bye.